Sweetie! I'm the librarian, and I came to read. All right, I have a couple announcements before I drag everybody from sea to shining. See, let's get into it. There have been a couple of universities and like pride departments from universities that have hopped into my inbox wanting me to speak at engagements and shit. And I feel like because school is starting, everyone is planning their pride events. So if y'all are like the head of pride associations or black associations or whatever, girl, minorities, girl, I'm here to represent, and you're interested in having me speak on a panel or speak for an event or whatever, just email contact@adrianexpression.com and we can whip up a contract and have that shit done. It's really easy, breezy, beautiful, bad bitch. I'm here to expand the brand, sweetie. We are here to drag and read because we are the Adrian Army. But first, before we get into the negative news, we have to talk about the positive news. Let's talk about the fact that Anna Diop, I think is how you pronounce her name, but Anna has been cast as a very much so, black ass, okay, you know what I'm talking about? Dark skin ass, you know what I'm talking about? Starfire, go! Get my goddamn Teen Titans, go! Fuck this cheesy ass, cartoony ass version of Teen Titans that y'all have shown on Cartoon Network right now. I'm not really featuring that shit. What I need to go back to is the old days, the OG Teen Titans. That's what I'm here for. Starfire and Raven will always be those girls. You will continue to put respect on their alien ass, demon ass names. That's what I'm wanting from you. And apparently DC is working on this, a platform for shows and shit like that. And the first show is gonna be called Titans. And it's just gonna be featuring the Teen Titan hero. They've already casted Raven, and now we see that they cast a black ass Starfire. I'm talking about the white people, as usual, are always up in arms when it comes to a fictional goddamn character and changing their race, girl. She's alien, sis. Starfire's alien, girl. And if they wanted to paint her ass over, they can do it just like they did Gamora, girl. They turned her green. They can turn Starfire to whatever orange, yellowish color that she needs to be, girl. I'm so confused as to why y'all are so goddamn pressed. Santa Claus can't even be black with some of these white people. And this girl, like, these are fictional ass characters, girl. And for y'all to not understand how and why we face such discrimination in the real world, if y'all are getting this angry about fictional characters being a minority race, imagine how much of that discrimination and disrespect we feel in real goddamn life when we show up black, when we arrive as a minority, girl, when we exist as something other than the majority, girl. Starfire comes out with the glowing eyes, bitch. Some of y'all say, yeah, we want Adrian to have a bunch of props and, effects on his shit, girl. Y'all better sign up for Patreon, because, girl, I don't know how it's gonna happen, sis. But anyway, if I had the effects and shit, bitch, I'll have my hands glowing green and my eyes glowing green. Bitch, I'll zap you hoes, bitch, just like Starfire, bitch. But let me tell you something. I'm very happy. I hope that this show, Titans, does not disappoint us, because I'm getting tired of seeing, as I said, this trash-ass comical show. Anna, I'm so happy for you, and you better represent. You better zap these hoes with your energy bolts. Yeah, just like she goes type of tea. Really quickly, I don't want to spend too much time on Taylor Swift's plywood, walk the plank built ass, but apparently she's coming out with her new single tonight, sis. I did this video before even listening to the single, before it even came out, simply because I know what it will be, my white mediocrity, okay? She really went on there acting like she was Britney Spears, bitch. Like, girl, she had this thing called Reputation, written out in newspaper ass font. Like, girl, she just really fucked the media up, girl. She had this video of her, this promotion video of a snake on her Twitter after she done deleted everything. I tweeted, I said, playing the victim is not only a strategic, and it's honestly a very effective ass brand move for Taylor Swift, like playing into the whole snake thing, but I said playing the victim is not only a strategic brand move, a PR move, but it's also a white way of life. It's a white woman way of life for you to lash out, and then when you get dragged, you play the victim. And this is just a professional version of it. She's going to make money from it, as she always does. People are in the media right now calling this a surprise release. Like, oh girl, she reinvented the surprise release. How in the fuck do we know the exact day and time that this bitch is gonna come out? Thursday goddamn night. And you hoes are calling it a fucking surprise. Bitch, the only thing that's going to surprise me is if this body of work actually has some type of musical fluidity, if it has some type of musical competency. I mean, that's the only thing that's going to be surprising. I'm not sure why. When they say black people people have to do things 10 times as great to get half the goddamn praise and notoriety and shit. It really makes no goddamn sense, because this bitch, all she had to do was have blonde ass hair and white ass skin, and here y'all go talk about she reinvented. Bitch, she can't even reinvent her fucking vocals. There is no reason for y'all to be out here acting like she's going to change the goddamn industry. We already know who did that shit. We already know who are the blackity black ass artists that have turned the industry on its head. We can talk about so many people who have turned the industry upside down, bitch, and then here y'all go talk about this cotton candy built ass woman is gonna come out here and just change the game. Sit y'all asses down and Taylor Swift get a goddamn vocal coach. The media tore Britney Spears apart, but Taylor Swift, for you to act like you of the same caliber of victimization, like sit your ass down, girl. You blatantly lied on Kanye West, girl. Stop acting like, girl, you been a snake, sis. I'm over it. Before I talk about Donald Trump, I want to talk about somebody who has been talking about Donald Trump, and that's Don Lemon. Girl, the last person that I would expect to be getting on the media and roasting the shit out of Donald Trump is Don Lemon. But let me tell you something, and you need to look it up. Don Lemon has been consistently out here dragging the fuck out of these white folks. And like, I thought I was dreaming the first time I seen it a couple weeks ago, but no, he really is fucking out here dragging the shit out of these alt-right ass bitches, these conservative ass bitches. Don Lemon, girl, I don't know what is it that you saw. Maybe you saw one of my videos, maybe you saw Justin J videos, maybe you saw somebody. I don't know what you saw to get your ass completely together. I don't know if you got tired of getting dragged by Black Twitter every goddamn day, but sweetie, you woke up. And I'm hoping that you will continue to educate yourself and inform yourself on these issues. Like, girl, we're just not saying this shit just to be talking. Like, this shit is affecting our lives, sweetheart. And I'm glad that hopefully, I'm hoping that this is authentic. I'm hoping that you truly mean this and you're truly learning, because we could use a voice like yours with as much power as you have behind it to speak against the trash shit that's going on in the media and going on in our government. So I'm glad that you're waking up, hopefully. I'm glad that you're speaking the truth. And you say, I'm just gonna speak from the heart. And he proceeded to drag the shit out of Donald Trump's ass. Don Lemon, I'm very proud of you. I hope this is authentic. I hope you keep it up, because we need you, okay? We need as many black people, we need as many minorities as we can get to fight against the patriarchal trash ass white supremacy that is infecting everybody in this goddamn society, okay? We need your ass. And speaking of that, speaking of dragging Donald Trump, it's about that time in the video, sis. It's about that time in the video, sis. We got to drag the shit out of Donald Trump's ass, and I'm telling you why. Okay, he went up on there having rallies, and now we have to talk about the fact that this shit is very weird. For somebody to win the presidency, you're sitting in the Oval Office right now, and you feel the need to have rallies. You feel the need to, it's almost like you're campaigning again. That is very weird, and it's very dangerous, because we get that totalitarian dictatorship type of tease. That's some fascist ass behavior. That's the type of crazy ass Hitler Youth Allegiance shit that Donald Trump is trying to go around America, almost like a cult, almost like religious type of shit. No American Horror Story tease, but bitch, almost like a cult type of shit. And that is very alarming. And as I've said before, democracy does not just die in one day, like you just wake up, oh, that shit is eroded completely. No, girl, it happens gradually. And this is one of the behaviors that allow it to happen. But regardless of that, he went on to these campaign speeches, I guess, to these rallies, talking about the fact that they're trying to erase our culture. They're trying to erase our history. Girl, what history are you talking about, sis? The only thing that's being erased, sweetheart, the only thing that's being erased is that fucking hairline. And I will say it over and over again, because it seems like these brain cells that you're having are just completely infecting your your follicles. They're falling the fuck out. So that's the only thing that's getting erased. So let's talk about that. I'm not sure why a lot of white people think that because these Confederate ass statues are coming down, that history is being erased. Girl, no, if history was being erased, that means that slavery would be erased, that means that all this trash ass racism would be erased, and then I would be on an equal ass playing field socioeconomically when it comes to white people and their trash ass shit. But I'm not. You see how you can take down Confederate ass statues and still history is still set in stone, it's still there, sweetie? There are many other ways to celebrate your southern ass heritage as opposed to jacking your dicks, beating your dicks off over these Confederate ass soldiers and army leaders who fought a war over slavery. Says it was a war. The people that your ass is commemorating in these statues have literally said, girl, that they don't view black people as equal. The statues of the people who are being torn down have literally said, girl, we're fighting this war because we want to keep the slaves. Like, girl, look it the fuck up. So I'm not sure why y'all are so pressed, why y'all are so bothered. and why y'all don't understand why minorities who are looking at shit may feel uneasy. The majority of the statues went up, you know, during eras like the Jim Crow era and also the period right after the end of the Civil War. So if you're taking notes, if you really pay attention, and you also take into account that when you pull these statues down, they crumple like goddamn plastic. Listen to what the fuck I'm saying. Those are three things, sis. They crumple like plastic because they were mass produced. And they were mass produced during the areas of when people were trying to fight for civil rights and at the end of the Civil War. So what that tells you is that these monuments were mass produced so that during every progression that black people made, you know, we won the Civil War, during every progression that black people made, you know, we're trying to fight for our civil rights. These monuments were mass produced to remind y'all, to remind black people asses, like, girl, remember where y'all slaves came from, girl. They were erected to try and intimidate us and to keep us in fear, okay? So think about that shit the next time we're talking about Confederate monuments coming down, girl. Y'all ancestors were just on the wrong side of history and y'all put up these motherfucking monuments to try and intimidate minorities, girl. And it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna work, sis. I'm glad that government buildings, y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to in y'all own yards and shit. Y'all own houses. If you want to put up 10 fucking statues, that's on you, sis. But I don't feel like they should be on government buildings, and that's that, okay? And we had this other bullshit come up called blue racism. And if you're not aware of what that shit means now, bitch, apparently blue racism is hatred against cops. Now, girl, y'all need to fucking find a different name for that shit, because let me tell you something about racism, sis. Bitch, blue racism is not a thing simply because y'all, at the end of the day, y'all shift to come, y'all can fucking take off y'all blue ass uniform. Y'all can take that shit off. I cannot tear this shit off, okay? I can't, bitch, this blackness, bitch, I can't take this off. You can walk into a situation and most times you can conceal the fact that your ass is a cop. If you want to, you can walk into certain environments and conceal the fact that your ass is a goddamn police officer, okay? I can't walk into any societal space and my blackness is just overlooked, like no one notices I'm black. Girl, sit y'all asses down. Y'all are not disenfranchised in the goddamn least. Y'all have the power to damn near be the judge, jury, and executioner half the time. Y'all are in positions of power in society, so racism is the furthest thing that is being demonstrated towards y'all, okay? Probably accountability more than racism, and y'all need to be held accountable. I live in Florida, so hopefully y'all don't take me making light of this situation, like, but girl, Harvey is finna drag the shit. Hurricane Harvey is finna drag the shit out of motherfucking Texas, girl. She finna drag the shit out of y'all, and I hope that y'all are preparing, bitch, put up your shutters or evacuate the city, whatever's going on, sis. I hope that y'all will be safe. I want all my Adrian Army to be okay during this storm. But I mean, I bring that up to say, like, girl, Trump is really out here trying to cut FEMA, goddamn funding for FEMA, sis, to build a goddamn wall, bitch. Disaster hasn't hit, like hurricanes haven't dragged our ass for a minute, girl. So that means one is, a couple are coming, and it's gonna be really fucking bad. Whether it's this year or next year, it's gonna be horrible. So the fact that his ass is out here trying to keep Mexican workers out, even though the gag is the, you know, farms are, the food is rotting. A lot of these immigrants are coming over here to work the fuck hard. That's the only thing that comes. So the food is rotting, the farmers are just like, girl, what the fuck are we gonna do? People want to keep these immigrants out, girl. He wants to keep immigrants out. He's working on a big ass wall when Mother Nature is about to whip our ass, and FEMA's over here just in shambles, okay? Trump is really constructed like a jack-o'-lantern, bitch, and it's not even October yet. Girl, let me tell you something about MAXINE WATERS. Let me tell you something about MAXINE WATERS, bitch. She came up there, bitch. Damn, bitch, I don't have nothing red, bitch. She came up there in this big ass motherfucking red ass off the shoulder ensemble. MAXINE WATERS, come up there in this off the shoulder ensemble, bitch. And she came up to Black Girls Rock and she said, girl, let me tell you something, girls. I don't care how big you are, I don't care where you think you come from, girl. If you come for me, I'm coming for you. I say, yes, ma'am. I say, yes, ma'am. I say, yes, ma'am. Auntie Maxine went up there and gave the speech that we knew she would give. She said, girl, we're going to impeach you, Mr. President. I said, yes, we are. I said, yes, we are. Maxine! She did that shit, bitch. I tuned into Black Girls Rock just to see fucking MAXINE WATERS get up there and roast you bitches. And here comes Stacey Dash, bitch, dashing you straight to the tracks. Talking about, oh, well, girl, she's a buffoon, girl. No, you're a buffoon, bitch, Miss Clueless, because you obviously have remained that way for years and years, and it will be years and years to come where you will continue to remain clueless without a goddamn clue, without a goddamn IQ point. Stacey Dash, take your olive oil-shaped head-ass skin, bitch. I want you to go ahead and get some wipes, Wipe that shit off your goddamn face, bitch. And it's ironic because with as much oil as your skin is producing, you would think I'd be able to cook something happy and healthy for your ass to eat, but anything that you produce, I can't make shit from it, girl. You continue to act like, girl, white people won't notice that your ass is a whole nigger, but I don't know what fairy tale you're living in, what fantasy you're living in, girl. I don't want to be a part of it. But Maxine Waters, I'm so happy that you really stepped on there looking like these is blood and shoes, bitch. You come up there looking like a whole peppermint candy, bitch, and I was here for every moment that you were speaking that mic. I love how much power and encouragement you inspire in other people and how you are always looking out for the community, and you've been doing so for many, many, many years. If you listen to our latest episode of For the Culture Podcast on fortheculturepodcast.com, we had a cute little segment on her, so that was really fun to do. Thank you so much, Maxine, for getting up there and dragging us the way we need to be dragged and read. So lastly, I wanted to talk about Marcellus Williams. I think he had a death sentence case, and he was sentenced in 2001, and the girls are just like, yeah, girl, he deserves the death penalty, blah, blah, blah. But then the new evidence came out in 2016 when they did some more tests and shit, and the DNA evidence was just like, girl, he's not the one who did it. He's innocent, says. Regardless of that fact, he was still headed towards the goddamn execution. Just like, girl, what's going on here? New evidence came out, new DNA evidence came out and said, girl, he didn't do the shit, or like at least called into question the results of the case, and y'all are still gonna fucking execute him? I'm talking about people went on Twitter, social media, and just said, girl, call the governor, call all these motherfucking attorneys, call these people and get Marcellus Williams ass justice, bitch. And I think it was this week that it came out saying that Missouri governor, the governor, has said, you know what, we're gonna put a stay on his execution, we're gonna get these people to really look into this case and see what the fuck is going on. And it's just like, as I said earlier, I just don't understand how certain people can think that we're just complaining, we're just making a big deal out of nothing when we're talking about social justice and these issues that we face in our goddamn society, bitch. The justice system has proven to be not only flawed, but also disproportionately locks the fuck up and incriminates people of color, people and minorities and shit like that. So these are not fake issues that we're talking about. It's not fake news like y'all president like to say. This is real shit that we're facing, girl. So I'm glad that the Missouri governor put a stay on his execution. I'm glad that, you know, they're getting people to look into this shit and make sure that everything is accurate, but it's no telling how many people are in jail right now, in prison right now, or had to die because of the flaws of our system, and especially because of how it's weighed against minorities. I'm hoping all the best for this case. I'm hoping that the truth is discovered and we can prevent another black man from dying. Isn't it ironic that Trump is shaped like a whole flaccid reproductive organ, and yet he can't produce sensible legislation and or effective diplomatic plans? Have a good goddamn evening.